Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O, ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
During these trying times, we salute the frontliners who are tirelessly caring for all of us against the COVID-19. To all the courageous nurses, doctors, carers, and paramedics at the NHS, words are not enough to thank you. We at Highlight Express International are here to support you back with a full semester 10% discount when you send your balikbayan boxes to your family in the Philippines. Dahil ang Highlight Express International ay para sa pamilya.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, good evening. Happy Thursday na naman. Ako po si Sonny Laragan. No? Welcome ho. Pagka Thursday evening, syempre. Ayan, welcome ho dito sa ating programa. And of course, syempre, sana'y nasa mabuti ho kayong nasa kalagayan. No? Medyo may bagandang balita ako para sa sarili ko. No? Dahil yung aking pinakahihintay na vaccination, may schedule na. At nagwo-worry ho kasi ako dahil baka sakaling matuloy ako next month parang mag-travel outside of the country, wala pa akong vaccination. Anyway, bakit ba vaccination ang pinag-uusapan natin? Tonight is a very special night, no? Kasi special in the sense na may pag-uusapan ho tayo. Ang topic ho natin ngayon, gabi ay visit visas, no? What can go wrong, no? Anong pwedeng mangyari? Anong pwedeng pumalpak, magkamali, you know? So, yun ho, pag-uusapan natin. Siyempre, every Thursday, kasama natin yung pinakamamahal ninyo. At ako yung nagtatampo dahil lahat na lang yung aking mga kasamahang mga abogada sinasabi nyo maganda, you know, very cute, at lahat, no? Hindi nyo ako binabanggit, hindi nyo ako sinasama, no? Hindi, joke lang. But anyway, good evening mga kaibigan, welcome. Ito po, yung ating pinakamamahal na abogada, ang ating advisor sa immigration, pagka Huwebes ng gabi, ang ating managing partner ho ng Douglas Simon Solicitors. Walang iba kundi si Attorney Lira Simon-Cabatbat. Attorney, magandang gabi sa iyo.
Hi Sonny, happy Thursday, no?
Yes, happy Thursday. Oh, happy Thursday. Kumusta?
Kamusta?
Laging ano natin how was your week from the last time na nagkita tayo? Kumusta? Ano mga pinagkaabalahan?
Meron akong sipon. I don't know when it came from. Wait,
You've got a cold. Oh.
Yeah, I think nanlamig nga, no? So pagka malamig, you pump up your heater. Then of course, you want to keep warm.
Siyempre.
So I'm huddled nga in my room, no? So
okay.
pagka lalabas ka, bigla na naman, malamig nga, no? So you're going in and out of your room, going from hot to cold. So I'm afraid ngayon nga.
Yun ang cause.
If I'm sniffling or coughing, yung ako. So it's So it's So
have you taken anything, medication or any siguro na ginger ka, usually pagka ganyan sinisipon-sipon ka o anong ginagawa mo ba? Parang first thing na ginagawa mo?
Lemsip. So later on, pagka natapos na nga tayo, I'll go and after voted. Actually, that's the one thing. Yung nga pinag-usapan natin
today,
kanina. We may finish earlier, no?
Yes. So nga pala. Yes, oo. Ay, siya nga ho pala. Ayan, mapapaaga ho tayo, 9:30 ngayon. But, okay, voting pala ngayon kahapon. Today's the, di ba, election ngayon dito sa London, di ba? Sa London.
Yeah, yun na
Ito
nga.
yung mga boroughs and London Assembly, ganyan, di ba?
And mayoral election as
mayoral
well.
Din, mayoral,
So, so it's, so yun nga, mga kababayan, meron kayong questions, put it to us sooner rather than later. Dahil matapos kami mas maaga ng kaunti nga, 9:30. Dahil the polling station closes at 10. Gusto kong habulin. I want to vote.
Hindi ka, ako yung postal vote ako hindi ko mapili ang pang mayor wala akong napili sayang yesterday attorney we had guested sayang kung na-meet ko na mas maaga-aga natulungan sana mag-campaign yung ating kababayan. Meron pala tayong kababayan pero Green Party siya at tumatakbo siya na councilor sa Merton sa Merton at saka at the same time concurrent tumatakbo rin siya as London Assembly candidate, no? So, yun, sayang. Pero na-interview namin, ang pangalan niya, kung maboboto pa ho ninyo at makakahabol ho kayo, ang pangalan ho is si Pipa or Philippa Maslin. M-A-S-L-I-N. Maslin, Philippa Maslin. Para ho sa London Assembly, no? Ayan, si Pipa. Oo, yan. So, kung sakali, iboto mo, attorney, Pipa, Philippa Maslin. M-A-S-L-I-n. Okay, well...
So Green Party siya. Yeah, so...
Green Party
so
siya.
Yun.
Green Party, yes. Yes. Green Party. Teka muna. Okay. Baboto ka, no? Paboto ka. Ikaw ba'y... wala kang na-miss na binotohan dito sa UK? Have you... in all the, yung mga elections, nakaboto ka ba? Wala kang na-miss?
Yeah. No, it's... I think it's a privilege nga, no? So... kung may botohan, usually it has, I don't think I've missed actually one not since not since after university days, no? Unfortunately, kung batang-bata ka pa, after 18, hindi during uni, it's not, so certainly ako, I was not really mature enough to appreciate nga that it's a privilege and it's a responsibility. But after that, that I must admit I've always tried nga to vote and pag-aralan nga din. So actually this week that's partly what whenever I have time tinitingnan ko mga policies so that you're informed sino ba because it's just it's very strange times nga at the moment. There's not a lot. For me, it's not a lot to choose from. No, so
pareho tayo sa mayoral. Talking to the mayoral post. Yung sinasabi mo. Hindi ko nakita kung sino yung mga candidates but there's one that I'm not sure I like him. His name is Brian. He's got this parang podcast. Brian. I forgot his name. I saw him when he started. Pero, teka muna. Ako hindi, siguro parang immigration na rin. This is parang in a way related to immigration. There are two things that somehow, hindi naman downside, no? Parang things na hindi mo pwedeng gawin ng isang permanent resident at saka isang citizen. Yung permanent resident, they cannot vote, di ba? They can have everything. They can set up a job, they can work, wala silang limitations, no? Except, they cannot vote, tama? Yung mga permanent resident?
No.
Nakakaboto ba?
You can vote. Yeah, you can vote, but not for all the elections nga, no? So, as I understand it, so I think it's you can vote for now. So, if you're residente ka nga, you should have received a voting documents for the mayoral election. So but in the general election nga, when we're
hindi
vote,
pwede.
then hindi pwede.
Doon lang. Yung mga
I think that's
MPs
the case
hindi
nga.
pa pwede. Kasi isa pang downside ng hindi ka permanent resident, hindi ka citizen at yung kung permanent resident ka lang, you have to obtain visas, no, going to some places, halimbawa sa kung saan mga lugar, no, pupunta ka. Except ang alam ko pagka sa Switzerland, maski may work permit lang, pwede kang makapunta Yata, as far as I know. Because I've had the experience.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Tayo mga Pinoy.
I've had experience sa Switzerland, though wala pa akong permanent residency, but I was able to travel noong panahon na yun. Okay, pabatiin muna natin yung bumati sa atin.
Sure.
Let's say hello, no? Before we launch into yung topic natin tonight, napaka-importante, no? Visit visas. Anong pwedeng pumalpak? What can go wrong, no? Uy, nako, nanonood sa atin magmula sa sa France, yung isa sa mga angels ko ng araw, si Feli Besmonte. Ayan. Feli, good evening. Yan, good evening po, sabi niya. Feli Besmonte Verana. Na-mention ko yata, attorney, she works in a ambassador yan Sa ambassador, hindi ko alam kung Iraq o Iran o Feli, magandang gabi dyan sa Paris, France. Yan, mahal na mahal ko yan si Feli. Isa sa mga angels ko yan noong araw, attorney. Marian Galicia Panera, attorney. Can you read? Ikaw na magbasa, attorney.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So,
teka muna, okay ka lang magbasa? Okay lang naman?
Yeah.
Okay lang. Baka ako... okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, hopefully, maintindihan niyo ako. So, if hindi niyo ako maintindihan, stop me. So sabi po ni Ms. Pane, hello po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po.
Yes.
And stay safe and God bless us po. Yeah, no, absolutely, Ms. Pane, tama.
Happy
God
Thursday, oo. Ayan. Ayan, winner natin yan.
Yes. Yes, so Ms.
Yesterday. Nung Monday pala, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, sa attorney.
Talaga?
Susan Francisco. Yeah,
So,
nanalo yung siya nanalo, pero kailangan makausap yung mother-in-law niya dahil 3,000 pesos binigay natin premyo. Uy, nga pala. Remind nyo nga pala yung kung paano mabibigay yung detalye ng nga pala sa mother-in-law mo para mapadala natin yung pera. Mai-transmit natin. Okay, Susan, go ahead, attorney.
Yeah. So, congratulations, no? To Susan Francisco Batong Bakal. Love her last name, no? So, good evening, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday to all. Happy Thursday po.
Happy Thursday, Susan. Okay, like I said, no, yung i-message mo sa akin yung kukunin ko yung number ng yung bank account pala o bahala na kung ano doon, no? Bank account or whatever, no, ng mother-in-law mo. Okay, go ahead, attorney. Sorry. Ito pala. So, hindi pa go ahead kasi wala kang babasahin. Ayan. Oops. Asa na ba? Hindi pa nagpapalit? Ayan. Ayun.
Okay. Yeah. So, galing po to kay John Paul Abayon Murillo, no? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Saan yan?
Yeah, where are you watching from? No? Good morning daw.
Saan yan? Good morning. Ano yan? Sa Pilipinas? Ano oras ba sa Pilipinas ngayon? Today,
gabi ngayon, ano?
Madaling araw. +3 at 3:22.
Could be.
7 hours, no? Saka yung
where you watching
magandang
from?
umaga.
Yeah.
Oo nga, pakisabi nga, John Paul Murillo, nakaka-intriga yan tuloy. O, parang mystified kami sa iyo. Gising ka pa kung nasa... Yan, okay, go ahead, attorney.
Our lovely friend from Belfast, si Mr. Rudy Libro po. So magandang gabi po at masayang Huwebes, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lovely Lira at kababayan from Belfast. Kamusta po,
Attorney
Libro?
Lovely Lira.
Hope you're okay.
Okay. Sana okay kayo dyan, ha? Because there was like nag-resign yung kanilang, di ba? Yung leader ng, ano pangalan nun? Si Arlene Foster yata. Foster, no? Foster, kaya magulo kaya siguro yung politika nila dyan sa Northern Ireland. At saka sana hindi na rin bumalik yung gulo, yung the troubles, nung araw. Sana tahimik na rin. Attorney, Irene Duway.
Okay. Yeah, one of my half of my favorites, you know. So, hi, good evening, Kuya Sonny, Attorney Lira, and all the lovely viewers of Filipino TV Europe watching from Derby. Alam mo,
Yes,
Duay.
Darby. Oh, hi Irene, mabuhay ha. Ayan si Irene. Si Irene yata hindi marunong magluto ng araw. Si Edgar ang marunong no. Ngayon, she's so
Talaga?
passionate about cooking, no. So pagbutihan mo yan ha. Tuloy-tuloy lang, no. Ito naman yung speaking of the angel, ito naman yung angel, bumati naman.
Yeah, the other half nga, the other
Oo.
lovely half, Mr. Si Edgar Duay. So, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Yeah, magandang gabi, Mr. Duay.
Yes. Si Irene ulit. Silang dalawa nag-ano. Sige, go ahead, attorney.
Yeah, so watching now from Facebook, no, si Miss Duay ulit, Irene Duay. Happy Thursday po to Attorney Lira.
Ayan, mukhang silang dalawa. They wanted to, talagang, hindi ko alam kung nagtampuhan to. Mukhang diyan sila nag-uusap sa no? Ayan, Happy Thursday,
hindi
sabi niya.
naman.
Ano yan? Butihing Attorney Lira. And legendary
wow,
Sonny
yeah.
L. Wow.
Yun na nga.
si
Salamat
Irene-
po, Mr. Duay.
Si Irene ulit.
So okay, yeah. So
We
sabi
are-
niya, we are the same po, attorney. I have colds and cough too. Yeah, parang mild flu. I just drink boiled ginger, lemon and honey. Also paracetamol. Tapos sabi niya, rest. Yeah, actually,
Rest
no,
well.
hindi pa yun natin, yeah.
Rest well
Hindi
po
pa
and
natin
drink.
nasusubukan yun.
Plenty of fluids. Anong hindi mo nasubukan? Yung ginger?
Yeah, nasubukan mo na?
Ginger,
I've never
lemon,
tried
and honey?
ginger na, no? I will
Parang-
try that, Miss Duay.
Oo.
Salamat. Yeah.
Nga, sinasabi
Yeah.
na may honey, ginger, tsaka lemon, no? Hindi, kasi lemon maganda yun, di ba? Parang lemon, pang ano yan pang ano rin yan, pang the acidic yan eh. So parang pang disinfecting kaya
Yeah.
sa loob lang, no? Oo, so
And honey is probably good for your throat, no?
yes. Oh, yeah. Oh. Naalala ko yung uncle ko, doctor yung uncle ko. Natatawa ako nung araw. Then kasi may mga friends ako nag-aano ng kalamansi sa mukha, yung kunyari nag-aano. Sabi ng uncle ko, "Huwag mo na ilagay sa mukha mo yan, inumin mo na lang." Sabi niya, inumin mo na lang. So,
Tama
naalala
siya.
ko. Oo, di ba? Yung kalamansi.
Vitamin
ano ba?
C.
Vitamin,
Yeah.
oo. Pero maganda, vitamin C dahil ano yan, collagen. Itong collagen nakakapag for the production of collagen and vitamin C, no? So, ayan. Okay. Si Ma'am Cora. Si Ma'am Cora ba to? Yeah. Oo.
Walang, Miss Cora Carsola. So, hello, Sir Sonny, Attorney Lira, and all. Maligayang Huwebes, yeah.
Ayan, maligayang Huwebes sa inyo, no? Ayan. Ito, okay. Sino to? Canyosa ba yan? Canosa?
Canosa. So, Rose
Canosa.
Canosa. Yeah, so good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Happy Thursday and mabuhay kababayans. Yeah.
Ayun, mabuhay ka rin, ha? Rose, have we had her before, attorney, na lumabas na ba yan?
I think once. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm sure dati.
Lumabas na? Labas na, okay. Rose, okay. May isa pang message dito pero hindi pa nag-transfer, no? Si Lorraine, mamaya na, Lorraine, ito na, pumasok na. Si Lorraine Carino ba? Pangalan? Carino? Carino ba yan? Carlos. Ano ba? Oops. Asa na ba yan? Attorney. Nawala na. Ayan. Anong basa mo na? Ano pangalan niya?
Miss Cantos. So, Lorraine Cantos sabi, good evening po. Good
Good
evening,
po.
Miss Cantos. Yeah.
Oo. Kilala mo ba yan? Si Miss Cantos?
I've come across Miss Cantos.
Alright. Hi, Lorraine. Ha? Mabuhay. Good evening. Ha? And welcome. Happy Thursday dito sa ating programang Immigration Corner. No? Okay. Ito na ho. Ito na yung tatalakayin ni attorney. No? So, visit visas. No? Pero iba, alam nila, visitor's visa o tourist visa. Ano ba pagkakaiba? Parang, can we really clear it up? Ano ba ang pagkakaiba sinabing visitor's visa o tsaka tourist visa?
The
Iba
same
yun,
thing.
diba?
So,
Almost the
yeah.
same.
So, say it's under immigration rules ang tawag nga visit visa. But yeah, it can be referred to as tourist visa. And yeah, tourist visa, visit visa. And yung nga, it's a big topic. But I thought we discuss nga ngayon, things that can go wrong. No? So it's so just thing to be aware of.
Okay. Attorney, dalawang mabilis sa singit lang dito bago isisingit ko yung mga pagbati bago mo discuss yung ating topic for tonight, no? Ito si Rosario Bitancor, attorney. She's from Spain yata. Oh,
Wow.
ayan, taga saan ba siya? Madrid, Spain. Ayan, Rosario
Madrid.
Bitancor. Imagine mo.
Oh, yeah.
Hanggang abot ka pa, attorney, no?
Yeah, so,
Jane
yeah.
Cantos. Ayan, good evening, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Okay, well, sige, sisimulan na ho natin yung ating topic for tonight. Tatalakayin ni Attorney itong tungkol sa visit visas, no? Anong pwedeng problemang mangyari, no? O ano mga teka muna, ito si Emeline Rafael, pabatiin natin, baka magtampo to, Attorney. Alam mo naman, usually.
Yes, no.
May pahabol. Ganyan ang mga style niyan, no? Medyo may pahabol. Ayan, sabi ni Emeline Rafael, good evening, Attorney Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday, everyone. Good evening din sa'yo, no? Emeline. Mabuhay. Okay, wala na tayo papasok. Pag pumasok pa kayo, hindi na muna. Okay, so ito ho, tatalakayin ni Attorney itong visit visas at what can go wrong. Take it away, Attorney.
Okay. All right. So malaking topic nga natin ngayon. Visit visa. So unang-una po, there are different types nga of visit visas essentially. So for example, you can come visit nga friends and family, visitor visa nga. You can even visit to study up to 6 months nga. So there are also academic visitors. There are also visitors to do with medical reasons. So for example, if they need to stay, if they're looking to seek medical care, private medical care, so not under the NHS nga. Or sometimes also to donate organs to family or friends. Now, there are also what's called visitor visas that may allow nga employment. So for example, mga footballers, they can come here, permitted paid employment, visitor visa nga din. And of course, there's the visit visa to do nga with marriage. So there are different types of visit visa. So basically, the reason why you're coming into the United Kingdom. Now, one thing that I come across time and time again is there's the idea. So mga tao, usually they think nga the 6-month visa, 180 days, absolutely that is in play. But some people, they think you can only come, you can only have say 6 months in a given 12-month period, So sabihin natin dumating ka in January, and then you have a visa, let's say 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, that you can then only come in for 6 months from January say to December. Hindi po yun tama, it's a very common mistake to think. So you can actually the 6 months is to do with that one stay that you have, So kung dumating ka dito ng 6 months, sabihin natin you have a 6-month visa, natapos mo yung 6-month visa, and then you later on, within that 1-year period, you make another application for visit visa and you're coming in again. And that's fine. You don't have to count now 6 months in any given 12-month period. It's 6 months stay. But beware po. The longer, of course, you stay in the UK, so the more frequent your stay is. So sabihin natin, yung dumating ka dito 6 months, lumabas ka, pasok ka ulit, 6 months ulit. Then the Home Office or the immigration officer may then be concerned that you're not really being a genuine visitor because you're spending too much time in the UK. So if you're effectively resident nga in the UK because of the fact that you're essentially more here than you are, say, in the Philippines. So as I say, just beware. A lot of people think 6 months in any given year. That's actually not correct. It's 6 months certainly in any when you enter the UK. But just beware that kung lalagpas nga kayo ng 6 months in any given year, it could be that it causes you concern later on. Now, the fee for the standard visa is £95. If you're looking for a 2-year multiple visa, presently I think it's £361. If you're looking for multiple 5-year visa, it goes up to £655. And if you're looking for a 10-year multiple visa, it goes up then to £822. Now, the things that can go wrong are these. So this is from the Home Office essentially policy, yung guidance nga nila. Anong titignan nila when you make an application for a visit visa? Eh hindi, pagka nakapasok ka na dito, o pagka nandun ka sa airport nga, would they let you in, no? If they are concerned. So these are things nga, these are factors that the Home Office under their policy guideline are look at, no? So, unang-una po, genuine intention to visit, no? Yung nga sabi ko, you have all possibilities to come into the UK to visit. You can be an academic, as I say. You can certainly visit family and friends. It's to private medical care, but it has to be a genuine intention to visit. So they will look at what is your main reason for visit. So they will. You need to make sure that the reason for visit is one of the permitted reasons. So obviously, kung dadating ka dito and you're looking to work in the United Kingdom, then that's of course not allowed. If you're declaring that you're coming in to visit family and friends, and in fact you're looking to study in the UK, again, that is contrary really to the main reason that you're coming in. So genuineness of intention to visit. Now, it is for you to show that you are genuinely coming in nga as a visitor. So if you're coming in to say visit friends and family, you may be asked, what are you, who are they, what's their relationship nga to you, why are you visiting? So for example, if you're coming to visit nga to attend maybe a wedding, you need to say so, and actually acknowledge who it is that who is getting married. It may be handy also to have the wedding invite, for example, confirmation from the couple, that they're actually inviting you to come in to visit, to attend the wedding. So that would be one thing. So it's for you to show that talagang genuine yung intention nyo to visit the United Kingdom and not for anything else. Now, they will also assess nga yung personal circumstances nyo. So they will look at various things. Finances would be one, So kung wala kayong trabaho, and you're looking to then spend £1,000, let's say, on a ticket to come into the United Kingdom, and then of course yung hindi nga lang pamasahe, but also your expenses in the UK when you're in the UK, pero wala kayong trabaho, then the entry clearance officer may be concerned as to the genuineness of your intention in the UK, because it's what they would call disproportionate, that you're looking to spend your life saving on a visit. So that may again prove of a concern. So other things that titingnan nga nila is immigration history. So kung dito kayo dati sa UK and then you breach your immigration conditions, sabihin natin, then they may be concerned that you would that you enter to the UK is other than genuine, because of your personal circumstances. Also, kung nagpasok kayo ng application, sabihin natin you made an application as a family member, and for whatever reason that was refused, and then you make an application for visit visa. The Home Office may be concerned to that you're actually just coming in fact, to enter the UK, but not really then to leave because you were refused the family visa, for example. So assessing personal circumstances. Now, titingnan din nga nila what they call travel and immigration history. As I said nga before, they will look at any history you have in the UK, but they will also look at any history you have as regards other countries. If you've had a refusal, nga, for example. So if you've had a refusal, say in the US or Canada or any other country, nga, they may be concerned if you're making an application in the UK about your background. So travel and immigration history. Now, and going back, as I was saying before, this 6 months leave to remain, frequent or successive visits to the United Kingdom. So kung lagi ka nga pumupunta dito, but there's no particular reason why that is. So sabihin natin dumating ka January, you stay then the full 6 months, so you're here until say sabihin natin June, And then in July, pasok ka uli. Although, even if that is allowed, because you had 6 months and maybe another 6 months, then there may be concern as to why it is nga that you're always entering the United Kingdom. Because for that year at least, no, it looks like you're in the UK more or longer nga than say in the Philippines, kung doon ka nakatira. So they will also look at that. So the frequency and successive visits in the UK. Now, they will also look at when they look at those things, they will also consider nga yung credibility and intention. That basically is to do with documents na bibigay nyo. So if you're giving in documents to show na meron kayong pera nga, then make sure that it is verifiable, no? So you showing your bank statement, no? A proper bank statement. If you're going to provide documents that need to be translated because they're to do now with investments, again, make sure that you do that. So basically, you need to show that you can, sapat nga ang pera nyo, and it's not disproportionate to when you come into the United Kingdom. Now, if they have reasons to be concerned, they will actually potentially even tell you when if your application nga is refused. So they would be things like if you don't have family ties nga. So sabihin natin nasa Pinas kayo pero kayo na nga lang naiwan doon. Lahat ng pamilya nyo nandito sa UK. So that may be a red flag, for example, for an immigration officer. So also things like if you declared, sabihin natin before, that you're only coming into the UK, say, for 2 weeks, no? And in fact, but you get given a visa for 6 months, and you actually use up the 6 months rather than simply stating the 2 weeks as you declared on the application form. It could be that they say, well, that causes concern because they may say you didn't actually declare the truth when you originally made the application. So if you're looking to stay in the UK for 6 months nga, do not say that you go looking to only stay for 2 weeks, because that will potentially cause some concern, because they may say you declared something that was untrue when you made the application, and that will compromise nga potentially any subsequent applications nga that you make. So if the application is refused, then they will say so. There's no appeal, no, as regards a refused visit visa, unfortunately. Now, when you are refused at entry, so pagpapasok nga kayo dito and may tatako, may sulat bibigay sa inyo, the codes, they're quite interesting codes. So A1, if the code they give to you is A1, it means insufficient funds. No, that's the concern. If the code that they put on the refusal nga is A2, it means they're not satisfied that you're actually a genuine visitor. A2 is what I see a lot of. No, A4 is if you're looking to come in, say to study briefly. No, A4 is unacceptable study condition. So in this, they're concerned that you're not actually looking to study for that brief period. Now, E4, okay, means lack of required visa. So it could be that you were supposed to apply for visa, but you did not apply for a visa. So it would be an E4. Now, code 3, and this is also something I've seen quite a lot of, means that you've been given a visa, no, pumasok na nga dito, but there are some concerns. So the code there is code 3. You also find that it could be that you're only given a short visa. Nagpasok ka ng application, you've asked for 6 months, but they only give you, say, 2 months or 3 months nga, no? Now, so even though usually visit visas are nga for 6 months, beware, if you're only given 2 months or 3 months or 1 month nga, that is the length of your visa. Now, pagka nandito na kayo and you find actually you need to stay beyond the 1 month, you can apply, as long as it's within the 6 months, to extend that 1 month visa. as long as hindi nga lalagpas ng 6 months. But of course, there's a possibility they refuse it if they don't think that you are being genuine in your application. So those are the things really to watch out for. So it's really a question of fact, no? And also yung mga documents. So if you're going to say, sapat nga ang pera nyo, then submit documents to of course confirm that, no? Financial documents. Kung sasabihin nyo, bibisitahin yung sabihin natin, pamilya nga dito, then a letter from them setting out saan sila nakatira, why are you visiting, maybe it's a big event, maybe yung kasal o kaya someone is unwell. If someone is unwell, then provide medical documents, no? It's quite important that you do. So also, if you're saying they should look at your application sooner rather than later because of medical emergency, then you should note it. Provide nga, as I say, medical documents in support. Now finally, beware at the moment, unfortunately, Pinas, we're part of the red list countries, no? Which means that no visit in the UK. But hopefully, that will end sooner rather than later, and that people can then travel again. But as I've said, beware of the things that they look at, with, as I've said, genuineness of intention, personal circumstances, travel history, no, and successive visits, no. And documents must be provided. If you need to have it translated, make sure that it is translated now properly. But as I say again, the 6 months is for that time that you're coming into the United Kingdom. Hindi nyo kailangan bilangin 6 months for any given 1 year period, for example.
Okay, ayan. All right. Okay. Attorney, ngayon ko lang na yung may mga code pa na yan pag dito when you're refused entry, parang dalawang beses sinasala, no? Kasi when they apply in the Philippines first for their visitor's visa, 'di ba? Yeah. Syempre you have to have proof of funds, proof of anything, 'di ba? Mga deposits or whatever. How will it be that they get refused, they get an A1 because the immigration officer, entry officer feels na I guess this person hasn't got money, or paano how to, diba, nag-apply sila, they had to show proof of funds, diba? They were not denied in the British Embassy. Sabi mo nga, walang pagka na-deny ka, walang appeal yan eh, diba? Well, gusto ko sana itanong, is there like a period na lang you will have to wait about 6 months? Yung parang nung araw narinig yun, you wait for another 6 months, parang ganun, before you reapply, baka medyo nagbago na circumstances mo. But going back do sa sinasabi ko, tinatanong ko, insufficient funds, paano kaya, no? What would go wrong dito? How would paano ba mga immigration entry officers? What do they ask?
So when you come when you come into the UK, the most common things, so kung galing ka nga sa Pinas, tama ka na usually in order to get nga the visa, you've already proven that you have sufficient funds. So it's unlikely na pag dumating ka dito, you then refuse entry, for example, because of insufficient funds, no? The entry refusal codes. More likely, it could be an A2, so not satisfied that you are a genuine visitor. For example, I've come across a situation where they check, no? They check yung maleta nga, and in the bag they saw some CVs, no? So resumes, no? So and actually business cards of potential employers in the United Kingdom. So nung nakita nga nila yon, immediately nagduda sila. So because on the application, it was simply to visit nga family, friends in the United Kingdom. So that...
Kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O, ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural. Tasty. Healthy. Versatile. 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galetos.
During these trying times, we salute the frontliners who are tirelessly caring for all of us against the COVID-19. To all the courageous nurses, doctors, carers, and paramedics at the NHS, words are not enough to thank you. We at Highlight Express International are here to support you back with a full semester 10% discount when you send your balikbayan boxes to your family in the Philippines. Dahil ang Highlight Express International ay para sa pamilya.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating palatuntunan sa ating program na Immigration Corner. Ayan, syempre kasama natin yung pinakamamahal nating abogada, no? Walang iba kundi si Attorney Lira Simon-Cabatbat. Ayan, good evening once again, Attorney. Nawala ka.
Good evening.
Oo.
Sorry, bigla ako naputol, no?
Oo.
So I'm not sure what was then said. Ang question mo nga, yung mga codes, no? What happens
Yung mga codes, oo.
Yeah, I mean, how can someone be refused on A1 yung insufficient funds if you already proved if you'd already proven on applying that you do have sufficient funds. So yun. So no, you tama ka. So it's unlikely kung galing ka nga sa Pinas, nagpasok ka dito, that it would be that you would be refused on insufficient funds because you've already shown that. But I started saying one scenario that I'm aware of is yung A2. A2 is quite common. That is not satisfied. It's that you are a genuine visitor. And yung example na binibigay ko, someone who papasok nga dito, and sa maleta nga niya, he had a CV and some business cards. And the declaration was coming in to visit family. And so the concern was by the immigration officer na pagka nandito na siya, magtatrabaho siya. And that was that the existing the CV there and yung mga business cards that indicated he has contrary intentions, and for that reason he was refused entry into the United Kingdom. So more likely it would be an A2 code, not satisfied that you're a genuine visitor. Also code 3, and that's not a refusal as such. So it could also be nasabihin nila, okay, you can come in, binigyan ka ng 6 months visa, but upon entry, you get questioned, and then they say, okay, you can come in, but we're going to actually limit your visa now, not 6 months now. We're only going to say you can only stay 2 weeks, and at that point they will put code 3. So they let you in, okay, you satisfy the requirements, but there are concerns. So next time around, makikita na code 3, and it could be you get asked more questions or indeed even refused.
Nakakatakot yan, no? Pagka in-stop ka ng di ba? Lalo na kung di ba? Baka mamaya hindi ka makapasok, no? Yung mga visitors nasa visitors visa, no? Okay, Attorney, E4, paano yung E4? Lack of required visa? Parang ganun? Hindi yung tamang visa nandun sa nakikita nila ng entry officer? And they give
Yeah.
you E4? Ano paano yan? Could you explain a little bit paano yan? Yung E4.
Yeah. So sometimes people think hindi na kailangan ng visa, no, to come into the United Kingdom. So kung galing ka sa Pinas and you decide actually we're going to come into the UK, so it's probably unlikely it would be an E4 necessarily, unless so it could be that for example, if you thought your visa was not expiring yet, and in fact it was expiring, or indeed expired by the time you come into the UK, or if you thought you didn't need a visa and then you try and come into the UK, then it would be you will be refused entry. But it's likely, especially nga nowadays, no, na it could be that you get picked up anyway, or that issue gets picked up when you're boarding the plane, because airlines are now required to check that there's proper permission for their passengers to come in. Otherwise, I think there's a fine, in fact, against airlines if they don't.
Attorney, pagka, for example, they're, di ba, usually excited yung family, di ba? May darating na kamag-anak, nasa labas pa. Hindi lumalabas, for example, ang tagal, o hindi lumalabas. Can the family call, or can that person who was may issue ng konti sa labas, can they say na, can I call my family? Can I call somebody?
Yes.
Are they allowed to
Yes.
call? To make calls?
Yes, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Oo.
In fact, kung if you have issues like that, so sabihin natin no, naharang ka nga, and they say, well, we don't think we're concerned as to where you're going to stay, no? Pero alam mo, nasa labas yung pamilya mo. Then certainly say to the immigration officer, look, they're just outside, no? They should be waiting for me. Can I just call them? And they should allow you to call also. So they'll give you a phone, and so actually it's a very important point you make there, Sonny. Kung ako kayo, no, make sure, I mean, on your mobile, normally you would have the contact details nga ng mga pamilya nyo, no, but also have it printed on paper, no, put it in your jacket or in your coat, just in case there's issues now with your phone, you can't connect because it's you don't your phone is not one that you can use in the UK. And you want to make the phone call, or you will run out of battery, no? So make sure you have your immediate contact details nga separately, just on a card, no?
Okay. Yung Code 3 attorney, you're given a visa but there are concerns. Halimbawa, binigyan na instead, di ba, the usual is the maximum is 6 months that I can give you. Let's say, sige, because hindi ako nagdududa ako sa'yo, I'll give you 1 month. Can within that 1 month period ba, can the condition, I don't know, the situation of that particular person who was just given a short visa stay, no, short entry or short ganon, no, yan ba pwedeng i-extend pa yan? Pwede bang magawa ng paraan na magbago na you could show to anybody, immigration officer or to the home office na I need to really stay on longer than this? And if you feel that talagang you know, it's probably the decision of the entry officer, pero you believe naman na talagang genuine ka, wala kang problema, except that, I don't know, for some reason, probably they had a fight, no? Yung asawa, yung wife or husband nung what's the remedy? Is there a remedy, or you'll just have to be here for just one month? And if, say, for example, there's a need to stay on, what should be done?
Yeah. So if you get, it actually, that's not an uncommon scenario, no? That you have 6-month visa, tapos at point of entry, there are concerns, you're still allowed to come into the United Kingdom, but they've curtailed your visa nga from, say, 6 months to 1 month. Now, in that case, come in, no? You have 1 month visa. You're allowed to apply to extend that 1 month visa up to, but no more than 6 months, no? So, when you make the application nga, then you explain, of course, to with your application, ano bang nangyari, no? So if it was curtailed, what was the reason given, no? So it could be something even minor, but explain it. So you can apply to extend a visit visa as long as it's not going beyond the 6 months. Now, yon. So, but bear in mind, yung mga taong, there are people who are given multiple multiple visa, that is 2 years, usually 5 years or 10 years nga, no? It doesn't mean that pwede silang tumira dito for 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, of course, no? It's 6 months at any given time. So kung pasok kayo dito in January, then you have to leave within 6 months. Now you can come in even in that same year, again, immediately, okay? But yeah, beware, the more often you come, no, the frequency of your visit in the UK, if you cannot explain that, may cause them concerns. But so it could be na masita ka upon your second entry.
Frequency, no? Yung parang biglang in a small short span of time, biglang pasok ka ng pasok, no? Unless businessman ka, pakita mo, I'm a business person. Pero kung hindi, pero if they see that you've been to the UK before, say it's about last year, that's 2 years ago, 3 years ago, ganyan, no? Walang problema, no? They could easily come in, no? Dahil is that like a parang good conduct, parang or proving that you've always been to the UK, in previous occasions. What would naman, ang question is, ano naman magiging dahilan para ma-refuse na entry? Parang your passports is saying that you've been here, but not the frequency type of a person, of a visitor, pero you've been here many times in the past. Di ba yung parang good shot yun, no? But what would make an immigration officer, entry officer cast doubt do sa tao?
Yeah, actually, it can go either way, no? So kung lagi kang pumupunta nga dito, one way of looking at it is pumupunta ka, lumalabas ka, no? So you're actually always complying with your conditions. Yeah, it's simply that, so you like coming to the UK and visiting with friends and family in the United Kingdom. So it can be an advantage, lagi kang pumapasok ka, but lumalabas ka nga within the duration, within the 6 months, for example, or indeed even shorter visits than that. Now, at the same time, it could also count against you. So they can say, well, you've been visiting the United Kingdom too frequently, no? So, there they will look at things like, your financial circumstances mo. Yeah. So if you are someone with considerable means, for example, no, o yung nga sabi mo businessman ka, no, then it is likely they will apply the first, if you like, take on a visit visa. They just like coming to the UK. They're coming here to spend money in the UK, spending time, and then going back. And every time they are being compliant with their conditions nga. But if you are, if it's back to back, 6 months ka, no, tapos within you go back, but within a week pasok ka uli nga dito, unless it could be kung masita ka, they may say, well, hang on, bakit ba? Because effectively in that one year, nandito ka for the majority of the time, no. But you could have also very good reason. May nagkasakit, for example, no. So it can be, so be ready really with your reason. If you think na it's a potential concern, if it's medical issue, bring with you the medical report ng nanay o tatay mo na nandito.
Alam mo, pagka nagkakaroon ng yung nakapasa sa UK, yung mga kakilala ko sa Pilipinas noong araw, di ba? Parang nag-celebrate talaga sila. Ay, nakakuha ako ng visa sa UK. Di ba? Parang rin yan, di ba? It's a challenge, lalo na kung hindi sigurado talaga silang may pera, di ba? Nagawa ng paraan, I don't know. Nakakatuwa yan. Uy, ito, may tanong tayo mula sa Leeds nga ba? Leeds nga ba itong ating kaibigan si Chester Lumotos, no? Si Chester sabi niya, ayan, attorney, pakibasa nga yung question.
Okay, so galing po Chester Lumotos, sabi, ang tanong po niya, how about mag-invite a friend to play golf or to play a tournament here in the UK? What visa? Is there a working sport visa? Yes and yes is the answer. So visit visa, okay. So visit visa. So if someone's just coming in, they want to play golf with you, as you say here, and it's not it's nothing more than that. Absolutely, visit visa. No, now if it's to do with the tournament, for example, you say that that you're coming in to visit, but to take part in that tournament. And you need to provide evidence that of the tournament taking place. Actually, as I say earlier on, kung mga footballers, they're coming in, for example, if they're not coming in for any length of time, dito sila magtatrabaho, they come in under visit visa. So they actually come in under the permitted paid employment, even. So yeah, no, you can. So visit visa din.
Okay. All right. Yes. Kasi merong kamukha nung may Philippine Airlines, they have this yung parang mga tournaments, golf tournaments. So Pinoy from different parts of the world, US, from here now, bagong sali na yung mga Pinoy dito, na sumasali na sa golf tournament sa Pilipinas. But conversely then, siyempre, may ang golf na actually, pag nag-golf ka, attorney sa Pilipinas, pang mayaman yan, di ba? So, in a way, pwede rin mayaya sila rito dahil they can come over yung mga yan dahil siyempre they can afford, no? So, yun siguro, parang they'd like to invite some friends to come over to play golf with them, no? Marami rito.
Yeah.
Ikaw ba, do you play golf?
No. No. Well, badly is the answer. No, my golf is about as good as my cooking.
Hindi kasi dito kasi, sa UK kasi, attorney, we have every area may golf, may golf, most of, you have so many golf areas dito, Anywhere. May mga bawat town, di ba? May maraming golf clubs dito. So nakakatuwa yan. Kaya maski hindi ka mahilig, maiengganyo ka mag-golf nagpapasalamat attorney si Chester. Sabi niya, thank you attorney. Ayun. Okay, right. So punta tayo sa mga yung mga binemessage sa akin ng mga questions ng ating mga kababayan attorney. Ito, may isang question tayo rito. Ito, simple lang yata to. Ayan, pakibasa attorney.
Okay, so ito po galing kay Susan R. Gusto ko pong kunin yung anak ko dito sa UK. 17 na po siya. Ano pong dapat gawin, attorney? Okay, unang-una po, Susan, 17 na siya. You need to make the application quickly, no? Dahil deadline is 18, yeah? So, but as long as you make the application bago siya maging 18, he or she would still be considered a minor. So yung unang-una, make the application quickly. Now, the application is online no? So you can make the application and then if hindi ka pa handa, because you have to still get the documents, then you can put the documents together. For example, finances mo, that is your bank statements. So pero yung pinaka-importante, make the application, no? But at the same time, ingat ka because this is this obviously potentially last chance niya because 17 na yung bata no? So you need to make sure na yung application form tama nga, no? Fill it, go through it before you submit it. Go through it again. Go through it 3 times actually, just to make sure you do not want a rejection or worse nga a refusal. Dahil yung edad niya. So yun.
17 pwede pa, di ba? Below 18 ang allowed, no? Pero kailangan, anong kailangan gawin niya? Dapat ma-approve niya na kaya niya, no? So pera.
Yeah.
Funds, bank statements, no? Accommodation, no? Yung titira niya. May magandang matitiran, di ba?
Yeah, it depends also kung anong status mo, Susan, no? Kung indefinitely to remain ka dito, for example, o British ka na nga, no? So, basic stuff would be, kailangan pakita kung buhay pa nga ang tatay niya, no, that you have sole responsibility in the United Kingdom, for example. So that you show by mga remittance slips nyo, maybe even statement from you, no, sulat galing sa'yo na ano bang plano nga sa kanya, who's looking after her or him nga dito. Kailangan mo din na pakita sapat ang pera mo, bank statements obviously, preferably the last 12 months, kung nasa iyo nga, payslips would be good also. Accommodation, of course, kailangan yung pakita din, so tenancy agreement, o kung meron kang bahay mo mismo, mortgage, for example, or the land registry document. So, and of course, huwag mong kalimutan, kailangan mo din ibigay nga yung certified copy ng passport mo. Hindi nga lang yung harap, ha? So, kung indefinitely to remain ka, you probably will have a BRP, yung card nga. It could be kung indefinite leave to remain ka, tatak nga lang. So do not forget to also submit, of course, yung visa mo. Because you need to be able to show that she's coming in to join you at saka may status ka. So those things. But the first thing, as I say, unang-una, the 17 na nga siya, is have a look fairly quickly at the online application. So kung indefinite leave to remain ka dito o kaya British ka, there's a drop-down list. No, you have to choose the settlement. Now, if you haven't, if he's not also done yet the TB test, kung dito na nga siya permanente, then kailangan niya yung TB test, okay? That's important. Now, kahit nga red list tayo, kung indefinite ka na dito o kaya British ka na, or indeed actually on other basis, spouse for example, or indeed even skilled worker route or the old tier 2 nga, you can still apply for your child to join you in the UK. So yung bata nga, they do not have to have indefinite leave to remain, permanent residence in the UK, to be able to come in despite the fact that we are on the red list. Yung nga lang hindi pwede visit.
Attorney, may mga cases na, I think I've heard na, may binention ka who's taking care yata, parang may binention ka yata ang line kanina, no? May mga cases na parang estranged na yung babae at saka yung lalaki, dahil yung lalaki siguro sa Pilipinas, meron ng sigurong kalaguyo o may iba ng kaso, magkakaroon ba ng problema pag kinuha yung bata? Kailangan, kasi merong mga cases ako narinig na binablockmail ng lalaki yung babae na, teka muna, hindi ko papayagan yung anak natin. Kailangan kasama rin ako. Na eventually, pagdating sa United Kingdom, yung asawa dati na, naghiwalay na, nag-asawa ng iba, yun ang purpose niya, makarating lang. Would there be a problem ba pagka kunyari sa tatay nakatira? Ayaw naman, pwede ba kunyari si Susan na ayoko isama yung asawa ko. Hate ko yun eh. Magkakaroon ba ng complication ang pagkuha sa bata kung ayaw nung lalaki?
Well, ito po. So, kung walang pakialam nga yung tatay, yung lalaki nga, no? Then you can probably still argue successfully that you have what's called sole responsibility. No? Ikaw ang bahalang lahat. No? That kahit buhay nga yung tatay, kahit malapit nga lang dun sa bata, wala siyang pakialam. So for example, hindi siya nagbibigay ng pera, hindi siya na nagkikita, no? So wala nga pakialam, no? So not in any way caring for the child. Now, kung yung bata nakatira sa kay tatay, tapos gusto mo lang kunin yung bata, then yeah, absolutely, ang potential problem doon is yung sole responsibility. Dahil sasabihin ng home office, well, hang on, nandun naman tatay. So tatay can look after the child. So yeah, it is a potential problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, sandali, attorney ha. At ayan. Nawala tayong dalawa. Ayun. Akala ko nawala tayong. Ayun. Ito. Okay, attorney, may mga questions pa rito. May question rito or parang sige, tingnan lang natin. Pakibasa, attorney, sandali lang ha. Ayan. Okay, ayan.
Okay. So, galing po ito kay Rose Canosa. Paano yung attorney, meron na BRP yung anak ko. Umuwi ng Pinas, di nga nakabalik hanggang na-expire na presumably yung card nga niya, no? So nag-apply pa siya sa kanya, nag-apply siya para makabalik. Sorry, naputol. Sorry, hindi ka namin marinig.
Sorry, ganun ba? Okay. Paano po, attorney, meron na BRP yung anak ko, umuwi ng Pinas, di na nakabalik hanggang na-expired na yun. Ano yung pwede i-apply sa kanya para makabalik dito? 17 years old na siya. Gusto ko sana dito na siya mag-aral ng college. Ano po gagawin ko? Thank you po.
Okay, so ito po, Rose. So unang-una, ano bang klaseng visa niya? Yung nandun nakatatak sa BRP, no? Dahil kung yung BRP nga yun settlement nga siya, yung nga lang na-expire na yung card mismo. pero settled status nga siya dito, yung nga lang card ang na-expire, then kailangan panibagong card, no? But it could be that's not necessarily a problem kung hindi nga matagal na siyang naiwan nga sa atin. Kung matagal na siya doon, it could be that she can make an application as a returning resident. But it may not need to be as complicated nga as that. So, unang-unang, ang tanong ko, Rose, ano ba yung klase ng visa ng anak mo? Kung settled status ba o hindi ba?
Okay. Ayan. All right. Sandali lang. Okay. Bago tayo attorney, bago tayo ng yung may question kasi na sinend sa atin, no? Pero bago 'yon, gusto ko lang batiin para bago tayo magpaalam, no? Batiin lang yung mga sa atin, bumabati sa atin ito. Pakibasa na lang, attorney, ha. Pero you're doing well, ha? For somebody na medyo merciful ba? Sabi medyo parang ano ka? Oo, hindi ka ngungu. Kamukha ako, ngungu ako. Pag hangap mo, tsaka na, hindi mo ako maintindihan. Anyway, pakibasa, attorney. Sige, ikaw na magbasa.
Okay, so galing po ito kay Jane Cantos. Cantos
taga saan po province mo? Sinong Cantos?
Cantos?
Wala? But anyway,
saan
okay.
Saan province mo? Okay. So,
okay.
tinatanong ba tayo?
Baka ito si Lorraine. Dalawang Cantos nag-uusap. Isang Lorraine Cantos at saka isang Jane Cantos. Batangas po. Ayun, Batangas. Diyan sila nagkita dahil sa biro mo yan. Baka mamaya magkamag-anak pala. O baka mamaya.
It could be.
O, di ba?
Yeah.
O baka anak sa loob, anak sa labas, anak sa ganyan. O, joke lang. Hindi kasi meron tayo na guess yung noong araw, yung si Samantha Soto. She's a naging bestseller yung kanyang libro sa New York sa list eh. I forgot the surname ng title noon eh. Pero yun nga, sila eh. Anak sila sa labas nung Soto na yung Senator Soto na lolo ng mga Soto na yan, no. Ayun, no. Yung mother din niya, parang gano'n eh. Basta ayun. Okay. Hindi na. Okay. Si Jane Cantos sumagot, taga Batangas po. Daddy ko.
Wow.
Din po, daddy. Pareho sila taga Batangas. So, si Lorraine Cantos, taga Batangas. Ayan, Batangas po. Kayo po. Ayan. So, nagsagutan sila dyan. Siguro nakita, may Cantos doon. Sino kaya yon?
Yeah.
Taga Batangas.
Magkamag-anak.
Excuse me. Baka mamaya pwede na kayo rito mag-chat na lang sa program natin. Parang parang nagsusulatan, no? Parang chat pal sila ngayon. Sige, mas mabuti nga at least nagkita kayo na dahil sa show na to. Imagine mo, meron palang kayong relation, no?
Yeah.
From Batangas. Cora Carsola, sabi niya, ano yan? There is something wrong with the reception or could be my phone. Kita mo, pinag-worry mo siya nang nawala tayo kanina, attorney. Ganon sila ka-dedicated sa atin. Oo, no? Talagang, oo. Ito yung mga taga Batangas nag-uusap na rito, no? Ayan. Hi, happy Thursday po. Hi, we're in Batangas. We're in Batangas. Tinatanong si Lorraine. Sumingit naman si Miss Giling. Sabi ni si Giling.
Yeah.
Pakibasa, attorney.
Yeah, so got from Miss MM Giling. So, hi, happy Thursday po, sir and ma'am. Thanks for tuning in, Miss Giling.
Ayan. Ito si Marinel na napaka-cute ng kanyang apelido, attorney.
Yeah, Marinel. Happy Thursday, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Actually, I think that's a different picture. Ang ganda nga, no?
Oo. Ito si Mark Natal, yung ating tama ka, no? Nasa Fulham ba? Fulham di ba?
Fulham.
Fulham.
So Mark. So, good evening, Attorney Lira and Mr. Sonny, the Pogi. There you go.
Ako, Diyos ko, ang daming merienda ang kakainin ni Mark sa akin, no? Joke na. Pero thank you. Thanks a lot. Si Rose Cantos, ayan. Ano yan? Settlement visa siya.
Okay. So settlement visa siya. So ibig sabihin po, the only thing that expired yung BRP niya, yung card. Hindi naman ibig sabihin necessarily na natapos na nga yung that she no longer has settlement visa, no? So, ang kailangan yung gawin, you need to apply for a new BRP, no, Rose? So, yung the form is called an NTL, the no time limit stamp, no? So kung nandun nga siya, na-expire nga lang yung card nga niya, so you need to apply for a new card, no? So not necessarily a new visa. So kung hindi pa siya natagalan doon, yung nga lang, she can't come back nga because the card has expired. Apply for a new card. You don't need to apply for another visa. That's settled status na nga siya. It's a bit like yung passports natin, no? So, kahit na mapaso na yung Filipino passport natin, hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi ka na Filipino, no? It just means the passport has expired.
Oh.
So, much like the card.
Ayun, at least malinaw yan, nalinawan ka. Okay, si Nina, pakibasa, Nina Punsalan, Padre, attorney. Sige, pakibasa nga lang.
Yeah, pa. So, good afternoon po. Ask ko po.
Afternoon, saan yan?
Good afternoon, okay.
Oo.
Ask ko lang kung may adopted na bata ka from birth, pero diniretso na po yung birth certificate niya under your name. Tapos, sorry, naputo, Sonny.
Under your name, makukuha po ba yun? Maraming salamat po. God bless. Makukuha po ba yun?
That's potentially quite a big problem, no? Dahil ang problema ng unang-una, essentially it's deception, no? Because you nilagay mo na ikaw ang nanay, no? Kayong nanay, tatay, for example, no? When that's not actually correct. So, what you may need to do is really go back from scratch, that is re-register the child properly. Tapos, start adoption proceedings also properly. So this is, unfortunately, I've come across these situations nga in the past. So, it's a problem po. It's a quick answer because it's falsifying a document. It's a public document. So you should seek advice before doing anything, no? Sorry, Sonny, hindi ka namin marinig.
Lagi kong pinapatay kasi ang microphone pag
Sorry.
hindi ako nagsasalita, attorney yan. Nakakalimutan ko lagi. Very good. Thank you. How do I look pag nagsasalita so wala ka marinig? No? Parang Kenko, no? Edgar Duay has a message for Ma'am Carsola yata. Pakibasa, attorney.
Okay. So, Mr. Duay. So, magandang gabi po, Ma'am Cora Carsola. Salamat po sa pagbati sa kaarawan ng ng aking anak.
Belated happy birthday. Ng anak niya.
Yeah, belated. Yeah.
Si Alex. Alex nga ba? Alex, di ba? Si Alex. Ayan.
Yeah, no,
okay.
yeah, belated. Yeah.
Belated, yes. Okay. Vilma Tingzon Aguilon. Yan.
Okay. So sabi po niya, good evening po, attorney. Meron po akong legally adopted son, relative. Pwede ko ba siyang ma-petition dito sa London? Potentially, Ms. Aguilon, yeah. Yung nga lang, it's a bit more complex than that because you're looking at adoption proceedings, no? It also depends kung when the child was adopted, if he was adopted nga before or after nga yung Hague Convention. And there's also the issue of Inter-Country Adoption Board. So it's quite complicated. So, but the quick answer is, yeah, there's a possibility nga. But you need to take advice because it's one of the more complex areas nga of immigration.
Okay, ayan. Ito, pagbati, attorney, pakibati lang. Sila alam mo, magkakaibigan na yung ating mga viewers, you know?
Lovely. Yeah.
That's
No,
good,
it's
di ba?
great,
We have a family now, di ba? Yung ating virtual social bubble family, no? Happy Thursday family, that is, no? And thank you for welcoming us. Pagka-ending at saka simula, sinasabi ko, thank you for welcoming us in your homes. Yan. Attorney, pakibasa si Edgar Duay.
Okay, so message to Ma'am Carsola.
Ma'am Cora,
Ma'am Cora, salamat sa dagdag kalaman, no? Now ko nalaman na pangit nang ko lang nalaman na pangit pala yung pabalik agad dito sa UK. No, tama ka. Yeah. Well, pangit at saka hindi. That's
Both ways,
the
di ba?
thing,
Sabi mo, both.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could,
Sige,
it could
go,
be,
attorney.
It's really, yeah, it's really a question of kung anong situation, no? So it could be seen na it's a good thing dahil pumapasok ka dito, lumalabas ka, it's you in compliance with condition. But at the same time, it could be that they say, well, hang on, bakit lagi ka nga nandito? And there they look at they will look really kung anong situation mo, no? Mayaman ka ba, no? Meron ka ba business sa atin, no? Are you a business person coming into the United Kingdom? So they will look at their things, and sometimes it's also question sino nga makuha mo, no? Upon entry into the UK.
Okay, right. Ito, okay, mga tanong, no? Ito, si Virginia Smith, no? Ayan. Yes.
So,
Good evening, ha? Virginia, ha?
so-
Sige, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So sabi po ni Virginia, hello Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. Ask ko lang po, if I want to ask my mom to come here in the UK as a tourist visa, may
May mga age limit po ba? For example, if the parents is 85 or 96 years old, but they still are capable to travel, is the age a problem?
No, not at all. Miss
Walang
Smith.
problema,
So
no?
visit visa, no, walang problema. There's no age limit. Absolutely not. So and sometimes actually it can be a good thing potentially dahil nga age limit, well, kung matanda na nga ang taong papasok dito, it's less likely that probably that the entry clearance officer would say magtatrabaho sila, no? So it has some benefit.
Okay. Pero ang problema lang siguro sa doktor, no? They might have be willing, pero yung katawan naman nila, but you have to check with the doctor, no? Pero yeah, wala yata sigurong limitation, no? In fact, sabi mo nga, mas okay pa yun dahil hindi na makamukha kung medyo bata-bata, baka mag-TNT o baka magtrabaho rito, no? Alam nyo na. So, yeah. Okay, may tigbay, tigbaw, Vargas. Attorney, pakibasa lang. Yeah.
Yeah. So May, sabi po niya, good evening po. Sorry I'm late. Oh, thanks for tuning in.
Yes, nag-check-in ka. Oh, that's good. Oh, ayan. Si Mecca Maika. Mecca Mika o Mecca Maika?
Yeah. Mecca Maika. Well, at least so, magandang gabi po, Sir Sonny and Attorney Gandang Lira at sa lahat ng nanonood. Salamat po.
Oy, Attorney, okay. Thank you, Mecca Mika, no? Yan. Sweet naman lang yung niya pag banggit sa iyo, Attorney, no? Yeah, Edgar Duay, si John po. Yan, ang may birthday.
Si John po ang may birthday ngayon. Ang aking Unico Iho. Salamat.
Unico Iho, yeah, salamat. Happy birthday, John. Yeah, happy birthday. Yan, oo. Alam mo naman si Edgar, no? Mabuhay, yung mga, yung Duay family. Rose Canyosa, Attorney.
Yeah. So, kay Rose to, Attorney, how can we apply or renew her BRP card? She's not here in the UK. No, that's fine. You can make the application nga still kahit nandun nga siya doon sa Pinas. It's the form. You just need to complete nga the relevant form, of course. No, it's an online application, Rose. So it doesn't have to be. So when you make the application nga, it's online. It goes to the Home Office.
Okay, Edgar Duay, magandang gabi mga Virginia. Siguro yung mga Virginia Smith, Virginia Elona, no? How do you do, no?
Yeah.
Si Marco. Sabi niya, hi po, meron po bang bayad pag nag-ILR from pre-settlement to settlement to ILR? Yan. Diba?
Okay,
no?
so kung if you're making an application, then the EU settlement scheme, no? So if you are from the EU nga, walang bayad, either pre-settlement or settlement status. Pero kung limited leave to remain ka dito, and you're then making an application for indefinite leave to remain, ang pagbayad nga ngayon is actually nakalimutan ko magpabayad sa indefinite leave to remain. It's over £2,000, I think. I know limited leave to remain is £1,052.20p plus the IHS, pero kung indefinite nga, it's over 2,000. So yun. Sorry, Sonny. Bigla ko uling nawala.
Sayang talaga nga naman. Kasi sabi ni Franklin Cesar Agustin Baya, good evening po. Ask ko lang kung pwede pang magpetisyon ng ang anak na walang asawa. Dito ba yung pag 17 below 18 ba? Kailangan single ba, Attorney? Walang asawa?
Yes.
Yung mga condition?
Yeah. So one of the things they will look at is if someone is living independent family life, no? So, kung meron na siyang asawa, may pamilya na siya, then it is very likely na sasabihin nila, in that case, this child even is now living an independent family life. So that could be a reason na
so
for refusal.
hindi niyo may hirapan kayong kunin dahil kailangan single talaga dahil parang kukunin mo as dependent, pero kung dependent may asawa at 2 anak. Siguro. So it's single actually.
Yeah,
bakit
so,
wala na naman ako? Akala ko na wala na naman ako.
Nandyan.
No, okay.
Yung sagot nga kay Franklin ito. So yeah, you can petition nga kung wala nga siyang asawa, but then a question kung anong edad niya, no? So kung yung bata ay 20 years old, 21, 22, or over 18 nga, it doesn't matter na wala nga siyang asawa. It's still over age.
Okay. All right. Si Leilani Dantes, hi, good evening po. Ano po magandang gawin? May anak ako na 27 years old. Na-deny siya nung 9 years old pa siya. Oh, wala na yun, wala. British citizen ako, daughter ko, British citizen na ako, daughter ko nandito din. Siguro siya lang yung anak na isa, no? Siya lang, wala dito. Divorce na kami ng dad niya. I will appreciate your advice kung ano po magandang gawin. Thank you. Lailani Dantes.
Yeah, Miss Dantes, unfortunately, kung 27 na siya, no? Of course, lagpas na ng 18, no? The potential route kung yung ang balak yung matatagal nga siya dito siya titira na nakasama mo, then you're probably looking at the adult dependent route, and that is kung wala namang siyang sakit ganon, then it's probably going to be very, very difficult for him to come into the United Kingdom as any form of dependent. So I think you need to look at visit visa nga, o yung nga lang hindi siya matatagalan, o indeed kung merong gusto niyang magtrabaho dito, may qualification siya, maybe under the skilled worker route, no?
Kay Marco, no? Sabi niya, hi po, pwede po ba 3 citizenships, Filipino, Spanish, then apply for visa, for British? Pwede, no?
Well, the British allow 3, I'm pretty sure nga. Actually, I'm pretty sure tayo nga din, Philippines allow also 3. I don't know about Spanish actually, if they allow 3.
Ayan. So i-check mo na lang sa Spanish, pero sa British, akala ko sa British walang problema di ba? Wala tayong problema Okay. Rose Canyosa, thank you Attorney and Sir Sonny. Stay well and may God bless us all. Ayan, siguro medyo last na pagbati na natin Attorney yan. Yung isang magtatanong next week na lang ipa-play yung question. Sige, pwedeng mabilis lang siguro Attorney kung masasagot mo lang, no?
Sure.
Ito tingnan natin ito Attorney. Ano yung question kanina, Attorney? Yung sa yung yung earlier question, ano yung earlier question na meron tayo kanina?
Was that to do with the BRP or the sole responsibility?
No. And then bala, sige, okay lang. Ito last question lang kay Edgar, no, Duway. Attorney, ano po ba talaga ang pros and cons of applying for dual citizenship?
Well, not so much now, I would say, Filipino tsaka, British citizenship. Dati, I mean, years back, no, there was this, the potential of double taxation, but that's been resolved years and years ago. So, I put it this way, it could be that there are probably some potential, disadvantages, but the advantages, I think, probably outweigh quite a bit the disadvantages. Kung pareho Pinoy ka at saka British ka, then it means you can settle in the Philippines, walang problema, hindi mo kailangan panibagong visa. And you can also settle in the United Kingdom, no? And now with COVID, kung Filipino passport holder ka, you can actually travel, no, to the Philippines. Pero kung British ka nga lang, you don't have dual. Strictly speaking, you can't, because you are unless meron kang asawa and they happen to be Filipino national, no? So there are certainly advantages and disadvantages, but probably more likely more advantage.
Okay, well, magpapaalam na ho tayo, no? Attorney, baka let them know kung paano kanila mako-contact, no? Kung meron sila mga tanong, no? How they could, contact you. At baka meron ka pang mga mensahe, baka may nakalimutan kang banggitin na naalala mo. Nasa iyo ang pagkakataon. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, no, just to say, thank you for joining us again, no? So I'm sorry we had to cut today a little bit shorter nga. So kung meron kayong questions, ang email ko po, no, Cabatbat, yung apelido ko, at Douglas, to 2S, tapos Simon.com, no? Ang telephone number po namin, 0203-375-0555. So, feel free, kung meron kayong question, hindi nga namin nahabutan nga ngayon, just email me, no? To my direct email, and I'll try my best nga to of course, deal with it. So, so for those of you hindi pa bumoboto, let's do it now. They close
Yes.
at 10.
Oh, yeah. Yan. So, okay. So, yan ang no? Email kabatbat at douglas-simon.com, no? Yung telephone number nakita nyo. Okay, yung mga question nyo, yung mga ibang questions, may nakikita akong nagme-message pa eh. Lang, medyo we have to end the program now, no? So, email na lang ho ninyo kay attorney. Ito, si attorney, ito, yan. Ayan, no? Kabatbat at douglas-simon.com, telephone number 020-337-50 treble o 555. Okay. So, ayun o. Well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Nako, maraming salamat to. Napakaraming yung mga tanong. Gawin ho natin yan every week. No? Tell your friends about it. Ipagkalat ho ninyo na we have this program here wherein you will learn a lot about immigration. At ito ho ay magandang advice mula ho sa ating pinakamamahal na abogada. No? Dito po si Attorney Lira Simon-Cabatbat. So, sa ngalan ni Attorney Lira Simon-Cabatbat, Attorney Lira, ako po si Sonny Laragan nagsasabing thank you very much for having been with us, for welcoming us into your homes. May you have a happy Thursday. Enjoy the rest of the evening and see you next time on Legal Advice Corner. Good night.